Wrestler, and welcome to the May 2019 edition of the Bible Delight in the Details. We are continuing. This is the fifth of our multi-part series on the DISC Myers-Briggs analysis of the Bible called the 12 Tribes of Israel. You know, we need in any team, in any family, in any organization, people with diverse strengths and talents. And so too is that needed within the body of Christ and within the people of God. And God, always one step or many steps, frankly, ahead of us, provided a kind of like an assessment and a true example of this in the great diversity within the 12 tribes of Israel. We're now going to talk about the fourth of Jacob's sons, Levi. Now, Levi, we know, was the son of Leah, and when she delivered him, she said, she was so happy because she said, now my husband will be joined with me because I have given him yet another son. And so we have from his birth the understanding that Levi would be someone who brought people together, who would join people. In fact, because of Jacob's blessing upon Levi, the tribe of Levi's, one of their symbols was a three-stranded cord, kind of like a tent is set up with. And you've heard the saying from the Bible that a three-stranded cord is not easily broken. And this is the idea that Levi is an intercessor. He is a mediator for people with God. It's God, the person, and the Levite acting as the mediator. This is why the Levites were the priests of ancient Israel. Now, some of the famous Levites include Moses and Joshua and Miriam and John the Baptist. Now, they are very zealous for God. That is one of their great strengths. The downside of that is that in their zeal, they can be led astray, particularly by someone who is a Simeonite. And we talked about Simeonites the other day. The Levites can be led astray as they were in the example we gave you with the great sin that the Simeonites and Levites committed at Shechem. They had a valid concern, a valid complaint, and yet they went way over the top. This brings into sharp relief what the weakness of the Levites is, and that is anger. Yes, anger and pretentiousness, and also envy. Now, the anger we can see in Moses. The whole reason that Moses was not allowed to go into the promised land was that he became overly angry. And he also was pretentious in that he decided, if I can strike a rock and make water come out with God and with his command, then surely I can do it even when God has not commanded that. And God told him, you've messed up, dude, taking a liberty. And while I allow you to see the promised land, you won't be leading the people in. Sin does have consequences, as a Levite knows full well. Also, we see the other weakness, the other temptation of the Levites expressed in Aaron and Miriam. You remember that at one time they became very envious of Moses' power and asked, why should it only be through you that God speaks? And yet, we know that when mature, all of these people did great things for the Lord. And Aaron, being that intercessor, also was a wonderful diplomat for Moses as his mouthpiece, as his spokesperson. And so we find that Levites are wonderful in the missionary and evangelistic fields, not just because they're so zealous for God and therefore are willing to take on the challenges of being a missionary, but also because they they know how to speak. They can be winsome in their delivery. And so do we need Levites? Oh, yes, we do. Their other symbol was the breastplate, because it was on the breastplate that they carried all the different stones representing the tribes as they went into the holy place of the tabernacle, and later, of course, the temple, and interceded on behalf of the tribes of Israel with God. Jesus, although not a Levite through his bloodline, certainly was a Levite in spirit, as we know that he is our intercessor. So we have, Levites are very, very important. Their stone, by the way, is the garnet, and their color is like a garnet. It is burgundy. I'm J. Lenora Bressler. Visit me on the next edition of The Bible Delight in the Details. Have a great day.